Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be giving you a full tour around my whole desk setup. Let's get straight into it. Firstly, if you are new around here, I've actually redecorated this whole office space, so if you actually want to go and see that video, then I'll link it down in the description below. And while you're down there, hit that like button and of course subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so starting things off, the desk itself. I've gone for the IKEA build with 2 Alex drawers on each side and a Carby walnut worktop. I've had the drawers for so long, but I've recently upgraded to the worktop, and honestly it changes the whole setup. I absolutely love this worktop, although I did have to go for the smaller option. The length is 186 centimeters and the depth is 63.5 centimeters. To be fair, I can fit everything on a one-to-one there, and if it was any longer, I'll just end up putting crap that don't actually need to be on the desk. So I suppose it's a good thing that I got the smaller version. Now, before we move any further onto the desk, I have to mention the chair that I sit on. This chair is a GT Force chair. I've had it once again for a very long time, and it is actually starting to show now. It is definitely comfortable to sit at. It has a pillow and also a backrest to help you sit up straight, and of course it looks like a bucket seat, which is pretty cool, and it complements the desk really well. For the monitors I actually use 3 different monitors. For the main monitor, it is a LG QHD 32-inch monitor. Honestly, that 32-inch is the perfect size for a main monitor. I wouldn't need to go any bigger, and I definitely don't want to go back down to a smaller monitor. For the quality, it goes up to 1440p, which is not quite 4K, but it works perfectly, and everything that I've used it for has worked incredibly on it. It runs at 144 Hz, which is plenty for what I need it for, and it has also got a matte finish, which I also prefer. For the side monitor, this is actually a really old monitor. It was one of the first ones I ever got, and it's still running to today, hence why I'm keeping that one for a side monitor. It is a HP Pavilion XI 23-inch running at 1080p. I mainly use this monitor to put different windows on the side, whether it's a YouTube video while I'm working, or even a couple of files that I need to go through whilst I'm editing photos or creating content. And that is the same for the third monitor. Well, should I call it a monitor? It is actually my iPad Pro. It's very rarely that I get this out as a third monitor. It depends if I'm working on a big project and I need that extra space to see more files, but by having the iPad, the option is there if I ever need it to use it as a third monitor. And for those that are wondering, it is the 5th generation. For the keyboard, I'm using a Razer Crowbar keyboard. I've always been a big fan of Razer for keyboards and mouse. Firstly, I love the way the keyboard looks. Secondly, the sound, I absolutely love that sound. And of course it is backlit. For the mouse I use, it is a Razer Basilisk Hyperspeed mouse. After going from a cabled mouse to now wireless, I can never ever go back. I absolutely love using the wireless mouse now. Once again, I love the way that this one looks, and it also feels really nice in the hand. There is one downfall for this mouse, is the fact that you have to keep changing the batteries, which can be annoying, but other than that it works really well. And for the main thing that actually runs this whole setup, my computer. I am using the M1 Mac Mini. I've had this for about 2 years now, and I do not have a bad word to say about it. It runs all editing software great. It don't take too much space from the desk, and it also looks pretty cool too. Like I said before, it has the M1 chip, and it has 500 gigabytes of storage and 16 gigabytes of memory. Talking about storage, I also have plugged into that a 4 terabyte Lacy hard drive. That hard drive literally holds years and years and years worth of my work. If you're a photographer, content creator, videographer, you need a hard drive. Somewhere you can store all of your saved files, saved photos, saved videos, and the Lazy hard drive is what I opt for. For the lighting around the setup, I have one key light while I'm filming, and that is with a Godox softbox with, believe it or not, it has 2 Amazon special, I call it Amazon special, bulbs in there. I'd absolutely love to upgrade in the future to a proper light, but I'm just using what I've got. Also for lighting, behind the main monitor, I do have some LEDs around that for some ambient light, which look pretty cool. They aren't no special brand, once again, they're just like an Amazon special. The desk mat that I use is also from Amazon. It's just one of them big extra large desk mats, and I wanted to get that to help keep the desktop from getting damaged and scratched. But also on top of that, I have a felt mat that I place my keyboard and mouse on top of. I actually really like the combination of them both. I feel like it gives the desk a bit of character and makes it look just that little bit cooler. To help keep everything organized, I have a desk shelf that I actually made myself. I've seen a lot of these online, and the ones I like are very expensive, so I thought, bugger it, I'm going to make it myself, and you actually can see me build that in the office upgrade video. But honestly, in my opinion, a desk shelf is a game changer. It helps keeps everything organized. There's not exactly always a lot of space on the desk, so having that there has definitely helped keep the desk organized and look a lot cleaner. I do also have a Blue Yeti microphone mounted to the desk shelf. Unfortunately, that don't even work anymore, but I just want to keep it there because I think it looks cool. If I'm ever recording or needing a microphone, I'm just using my Joby microphone that you're actually listening to now, which actually works pretty good. As you've also seen dotted around, I do also have loads of plants around the room. First of all, because I think they look pretty cool and give that bit of pop to the desk setup, and also I just like plants. For audio, I use my Marshall earbuds. The sound quality is actually really good. It has noise cancelling, which works amazing. So if I ever just want to zone in, I just turn the noise cancelling on and I'm there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my whole complete setup. But before I do end this video, I do want to mention that a lot of setup videos you see nowadays have thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds spent on them, and honestly it's not very realistic. Don't get me wrong, the setup I have isn't exactly cheap, but I have been adding to this setup for many years now. Just like how you saw earlier with one of my monitors, I'm still using that from my first ever setup, and that was like 12 years ago. If you are looking to build your own setup, try and work with what you've got, only upgrade if you need to, and there is no need to break the bank whilst doing so. Eventually over time you'll start seeing a progression of upgraded equipment and you'll eventually get your dream setup. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I guess I'll see you next time. Safe.